What's up, and welcome back. I'm John Stark from MacMovieGuy.com, your favorite blind film critic, and today I'm talking about Becoming Katherine Graham. Obviously, this is the actress from the Vampire Diaries. We're learning about how to become her, so click like and subscribe, and we'll jump into this documentary on Kat Graham. I think that was her name anyway. I was going for a joke. Obviously, this is about the lady who runs the Washington Post, or ran the Washington Post. They've made movies about her. This is content creation, essentially, for Amazon. I know these documentaries, people have been working these really hard, but it also feels like with all of these streaming services that sometimes we're just getting like an onslaught of these kind of things. Just like, why now? Why are we getting a Catherine? I don't know. Like, sometimes they don't answer that question as to, like, what is it about now? That we get a Becoming Katherine Graham. So, but it's an interesting documentary. They've made movies about Katherine Graham, so if you want to see more of a, straightforward approach to her instead of watching her be interpreted by Meryl Streep, um, then by all means, watch this. I love how this movie even talked about All the President's Men and sort of all the things that Katherine Graham goes through at the Washington Post with the Pentagon Papers, Watergate and all of that. And then she's basically left out of the movie. They didn't bother to include her. Like, she didn't really mean anything. And of course, some of the people are like, well, none of this would have happened without her. She was the one. So for her to not be included at all just feels weird, retrospectively, for the people that were there, that were in the room where it happened, the room where it happened. Anyway, that's what needs to happen. Let's let Lynn make a musical called Graham. A hip-hop retelling of the Pentagon Papers. Yeah, so this is fine. It just doesn't have audio description, which meant I didn't always know any visual references to anything that was on screen. I didn't know who was talking and why they needed to. I think she talks in her own documentary. It seems like somebody's talking in the first person, so about themselves, thinking that they're Katherine Graham. So either it's somebody reading Katherine Graham's writings, or it's her voice. One of two things. And if it's her voice, it didn't sound like it was Meryl Streep, but it definitely sounded like, oh yeah, I see why they cast Meryl Streep in the Post to play her. Like, I could immediately hear that in this voice. I was like, yep, I hear it there. It's there. Feels like something Meryl Streep could pull off. So that's all this is. It's just Katherine Graham was a groundbreaking female journalist, who fought every chance she got. This is a great documentary, by the way, for Women's History Month, and here in March. One of the best reasons to watch this, even though it doesn't have audio description, is to celebrate that. But she broke all the rules. But she stood for the truth. She stood by the freedom of the press, and challenged it in court and won. And then people threatened her, and they tried to make her life harder and be like, well, if you release the Pentagon Papers, we're gonna take away this from you, and if we do that, then you won't be able to do this. And the Washington Post was publicly traded, and a little bit of Warren Buffett coming in and buying up some stock, and her being a little weirded out by, oh no, is this going to be some sort of weird takeover? And Warren Buffett's like, nah, I like what you're doing. I'm just here. I'm just chilling. So yeah, it's It was fine. I just yeah, I don't think that this broke any new ground, and without audio description, I can't fully recommend it. It's probably like a B, but my official grade would be unwatchable due to lack of audio description, but, it's nothing that at the end of the year, I'm gonna be thinking about how my life was shattered watching this, but it was interesting, but I feel like we get a lot of these nowadays, and they're about a subject person. So I feel like by the end of the year, I will have seen like 12 of these, at least like one a month about somebody, and I learned a little bit more about them. Not really sure why we had the documentary, but we had it, that kind of thing. So, yeah, that's it. Check it out if you want. It's on Amazon. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. I'll see you guys on the other side.